Okay. I'm gonna do this one more time. I'm extremely tired. I have not slept. About 4 o'clock this morning, go a little bit before. You'll hear a man outside my apartment. We'll get back to that in a minute. All right. I was thinking last night, I know my house is bugged, and you hear him drive by and repeat what I say. I've already taped it and proofed it. Um, Dave had made a comment when this first started. My girlfriend's family is rich and powerful. Her family owns the police. You will not be able to withstand. Okay? I told him it wasn't a communist country. Nobody owns the police. Okay? And I always said I made a mistake and I called the FBI because he was dating an agent's daughter, the way they were talking. Memorial Day weekend 2019 food counter. Walmart. All white woman, African American man, parts of my daughter, husband dates. He met her in Ravenna when she was having a stomach spasms for my daughter. They did all this for. And our family watching her down here for who's Karen's rich boyfriend, but the state of Ohio protects her. And I'm at the register paying for cheesecakes. And it's supposed to be Michelle's mother. Okay? All right. So, sorry, I haven't slept all night and I'm having really bad headaches from the neural chip. Let's see. So I got to thinking, who owns the police? Judges, governor, and the president, right? Huh? Well, they don't actually own, but they order, right? Uh-huh. They order. The undercover police work in the case in Ravenna. They call them the boys. Mm-hmm. They help protect me. I got to thinking, the night before I called Will back, I had called the hotline, first of all, and it took 2 days for Will to call me, and 4 days for me to call Will back. And I am not ashamed one bit to say there's times I've got so scared I went fetal. Not even a little bit. Curled up in a ball and cried like a baby girl. Not even a little bit. Okay? I did that several times. But then I had to get myself together and go out and someone to try to shoot me in the head driving or threaten to knife me and have to run from them. I mean, seriously, it was hell. Then go home and cry like a baby girl. Okay? But getting back to this. Will left his number. I did go fetal for a couple of days. And before I called him back, this one girl, Sarah, that worked in the mall, she had known of Katie Lee that goes to Dave's church, my ex-husband, of leaving threats in the mall that their church had a permanent plan. Teach me a lesson I never forget, and a permanent plan to do away with me. And when she said it was getting really sick, even darker, the way she was talking about it. She's like, Karen, I'm scared for you. And so I had called her, and I didn't want to tell her I had people threatening to knife me in the store. And I didn't want to tell her, these other people are showing up. Okay? I just wanted her to witness that she knew these people threatened me. Okay? So, I called Sarah and I'm like, or I said, would you, if I talk to someone, will you witness? She's like, yeah. So I had Wilt's number. I had called him back. He left it. Okay. So I bought she was getting married. I bought her card and I put it in that card. Okay. And I took it out to the mall. We dropped it off. She had already left for her honeymoon. We went to Apostolic Church of Barberton that night. There was Paymer came and got in Dave's face in that giant vestibule in front of 75 to 100 people. My God, I had an FBI agent in my office. He's right there. Okay? Okay. Okay. And Dave, I'm looking at Dave, and I walk off, and he's pointing at him. He looks just like Judge Timothy, maybe 40. Black hair, dark eyes, black glasses. He had to have shown a badge, or he wouldn't have freaked out. Okay? I thought, coincidental. People look like people. Okay? I never had to stay quiet. Because the next day, will ask me to stay quiet only while they investigate. Okay? We had this big verbal agreement. Nothing legally stated, dated against me again. Only for you and only for you will we do this for. Always pull it back to the traffic ticket, even when you tell, and only for you will we do this for. Put it back as if it never happened. And you can't be legally charged for anything. You will have a life of peace, accused of no wrongdoing. No man will ever touch you. My God. Talk about a liar. I ain't got one of them. Okay? Well, I never had to stay quiet. They were taping me unaware. They knew I called the FBI. And some of Michelle's dirty friends and that agent's friends were already part of it. They went and told Paymer the bad churches. And they were already involved because Dave was drugging me before the building before my second apartment. Closest to the fence, I already talked to a guy with a badge. And several other people, including their kids today. I could hear them outside how they witnessed for me. And they were talking about stuff like that. We already told them that they lied on it. And they already told people that they drugged me before, and so did the lady on Fairlawn. Little old lady in middle apartment. Screamed at him right before May 25th. That's not funny. The church people broke in before, drugged her, and told her to say she's a weirdo molester. That's not funny. And Wendy's crew. In the evening on May 25th. In front of my old client and a bunch of people in town. So they already know Dave did it. And, yeah, that Dave did it and the church people. Okay? So, let's put it this way. Staying quiet would be stupid to die. Okay? Alright, so I was out. Like I said, I was new to the area. There was a silver car and a black SUV. A young girl with black hair, apostolic, and 2 kids in it, following me around. I'm new to the area, getting on my bumper. So close, I'm going fast to get away from them. In Ravenna, this is in August. I finally drive really fast, and I hit my garage door opener. I pull in real quick, and I take pictures of them as they're driving by. I still have them on my phone. They've been down here quite a bit. Okay? Another time, I'm up there, cars that are following me around. A guy gets out, looks like an older part of Judge Timothy, right? With an apostolic woman. And walks in. Okay? It's like, it's him, right? It's him. Because even outside Ron's house, outside of town, when the guys from the courthouse showed up, Judge Timothy found out she was raped and made his stomach turn. Now I'm going to tell you this. About 4 o'clock, go a little bit before, my apartment tapes. 2 men walk by. It's one of the judges from that courthouse running it down here. That's one. They've been running it. Guy running it wouldn't let you pull him out. Why wouldn't you? It's one of the judges. And since the undercover police worked the case, Judge Timothy, he knew everything. Courthouse knew everything. Why would you stand up there and quote scriptures about Solomon and look at, say, the real mother give up the house when you know that woman's been beaten by that ass? Why would you do that to that woman that had been stalked, almost murdered, trying to save her family? Why would you do that to them? And that he beat me with internal injuries and didn't retaliate. Why would you do that? Instead of saying, you bastard, my undercover police worked this case. We have videos of you beating your wife with internal injuries. You sexually assaulted her too. She didn't retaliate. There's a shooting night, and guess what? The house picked you up, you stupid bastard. And those people are dead. Guess who's going to jail for it? I'm clearing my kitchen. Instead, ask the victim to give up the house. Well, they walked by around 4 o'clock. This is one of the judges up there running it. And started to say, Will gave up on her a long time ago, called her talk about something. I never had to stay quiet. Your representative told on me. And your people were already helping because they're friends with that Michelle. And then you sold the login before Christmas of 18 across the nation. It's our nation's disgrace. I got home. They're outside talking. They did it because they knew she'd tell on them. I did. To quite a few people. My God. They run this place like a concentration camp and like they're Ken Johns. That Asian lady showed up that lost her husband at Macy's the other day. There's a crippled man in town. And there's some guy's son's dead. And these are real human beings. And they're waiting for that neural chip. And they knew it was illegal. Like they said they did. Because they knew she'd tell. That's what the U.S. Supreme Court said. So our U.S. government recognizes illegal synthetic telepathic war weapons used by other governments as an illegal strategy for the truth to silence whistleblowers' mind-controlling chips done by perpetrators. And that they're heinous crimes. And they're assault. And they're against all basic human rights and all human dignity. have swelling in the back of my head. I need medical treatment. It comes up government shit. Most of the police will tell you, can't, officer. All you have to do is drive by and it goes off. FBI took responsibility. Altman Hospital, 313, 2:53 p.m. That the agency did it to me and a damn bastard. Stabbed in the neck at 12/21/18. Video of it. Oh, and I love when they try to say they have sodium pentothal reports. I'd be asleep at night, wake up with black and blue marks. Yeah, right, they use sodium pentothal. Why? You put Google false confession, sodium pentothal, comes right out. Questioner gets whatever it wants, right or wrong. It makes you crazy. It's anesthesia. Falsely confessed to luring children. Falsely confessed to writing ransom notes. Falsely confessed to Pearl Harbor. False memories implanted. It makes you crazy. And then the FDA prohibits any use in humans or brought in the United States because it's lethal. It's like they said, it's spy-flick stuff. And I may have a scepter and Frank Carr telling what was in the needles of Michelle's dirty friends. Someone needs to get down here and help me. None of this is funny. And if Will didn't want to do his damn job, he should have resigned. This was a big case. There was people in place before I called him. They was already trying to kill me. Dave was already trying to kill me in Perry Township. He wanted Katie instead of me, and for him to get everything, he was trying to make it look random. Okay? My damn lucky pal, Michelle. They verified it as the judge. They're involved. How stupid is he? And to run this. They did it because they knew she'd tell. Instead of just put me in a witness protection program and get me out here. We'll help destroy and have fun at her expense for her daughter for like a bloody sacrifice along with these other victims. These dirty bastards, somebody needs to get out. No.